Hi there, my name is Nathan Ball, Head of Game Design at AdInMo, and this is episode 15 of InGamePlay Review, the video series where we explore the best of in-gameplay advertising in mobile games today. In this episode we'll be looking at The Wanderer from Jamie Parish. This is a deep post-apocalyptic RPG, channeling classics of the genre like Fallout while adapting the format for mobile, with simple controls and streamlined combat. Players must create a character and explore a desolate wasteland, beating down bandits, charming their way to success, or passing through unseen, depending on their chosen stats. The Wanderer features a rich and varied in-gameplay ad integration, with ad placements on a range of screens, covering a range of gameplay scenarios. Each of these are well chosen to maximise the impressions generated, and each bring their own strengths to the table, adding up to an excellent overall integration. Let's take a look at how they did it. The Wanderer's in-gameplay ad integration begins right at the start of the game, on the main menu screen. A core element of the game is, as the name suggests, wandering from place to place along dusty desert roads, and the main menu introduces the player to this idea immediately, with a scrolling parallax background that implies travel. Billboard ads have been built into this background, appearing at regular intervals. The fact that they come and go with the rest of the background is excellent, as it feels more immersive than if a static placement has been used here instead. They also introduce the idea of ad billboards to the player. Billboards are the sole way that ads are framed in The Wanderer, so establishing that immediately helps to get the player used to the ads to come, helping them to accept them more. While the game loads the player's save, the player will be shown an in-gameplay ad on the loading screen. This is a brief appearance, but it brings in a guaranteed impression or two each time, since the player is essentially a captive audience at this point. This seems like a minor addition, since the loading screens aren't around for long each time, but it adds up over the course of a session, and especially over the course of a full campaign, since The Wanderer is, after all, an RPG, a genre famous for long completion times. Once the player gets into the game proper, they'll be taken to the camp, a zone which acts as their hub, letting them rest and stock up on supplies for their expeditions. A billboard ad in the same vein as the one on the menu screen is present here, though this one is static, only scrolling when the player manually scrolls through the camp area. This is another excellent immersive use of ads in the background, and also a great use of a screen the player will be visiting often throughout the game. Since the camp screen will get a lot of screen time, the in-gameplay ad placed here will also. After the player has geared up and left the camp, they'll be out on the open road. These sections essentially serve as interactive loading screens, where the player can tap to speed up their journey through the wasteland. The backdrop here is the same as the one on the menu screen, and the ad implementation is the same as well. This gives a nice element of consistency to the integration overall. As with the camp screen, the player will be spending a lot of time travelling on the road in the game, so the ads here will get a lot of screen time and generate lots of impressions. The game also features a day-night cycle, with time passing as the player travels. All of the ads in the game adapt to these changes in time with changed lighting, which greatly adds to the immersion and the player's belief that these ads really exist in the game's world. The player will often get into scrapes during their time exploring, so to capitalise on this, there's also an in-gameplay ad billboard present during the game's combat sections. While the game uses a streamlined, reaction-based system to handle this combat, the battles can sometimes take quite a while, owing to the large HP pools of the foes you meet in the wasteland. The combat screen is also static, with the view remaining constant for the duration of each fight. These two factors combine to deliver ads that are on screen for a long time, and that generate consistent impressions for as long as they are. Overall, The Wanderer is one of the best examples of an in-gameplay ad integration to date, using one simple style of ad placement in a range of strong locations, and building those ads into the fabric of the game in a believable way. I hope you've enjoyed this episode of InGamePlay Review. If you have, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified when we post new in-gameplay advertising content. I've been Nathan Ball. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.